Nvidia's revenue grew by 126% in its fiscal year 2024, while its earnings per share grew by 586%. But is that the end of Nvidia's growth, or are there new opportunities ahead? That's what I want to discuss in this video here. So let's dive right in. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. So what's increasing Nvidia's revenue and profitability is that $1 trillion worth of existing data centers needs to be accelerated, and $1 trillion more is needed to expand the installed base with AI factories in the next 5 years. So prior to Nvidia's development of these accelerated computing graphic chips, data centers were mostly based on CPUs. Now they're transitioning to accelerated data centers, and therefore those $1 trillion worth of data centers that were built prior to these developments in GPU need to be upgraded, and they need to be upgraded with most likely NVIDIA GPUs, as they hold roughly 80% market share in the AI data center build-out. What's more, on top of the existing $1 trillion worth of data centers, there needs to be another $1 trillion built, expanded over the next 5 years to support the growing demand and usage of artificial intelligence. Large language models like ChatGPT have gained hundreds of millions of monthly active users that increasingly engage with the app. What's more, the use and engagement with ChatGPT is creating further enhancement in business productivity, which creates even more demand for even more services related to artificial intelligence. So this growth for NVIDIA is only getting started. It's just getting underway. So that 126% increase in revenue and 586% increase in earnings per share that I highlighted in the beginning of the video, sure, it's not going to grow at that large a magnitude over the next 5 years, but NVIDIA's growth is not going to reverse. It's not likely to slow considerably into negative territory. So it's not going to be like this big up and down thing that you see sometimes with companies that experience a surge in demand. This is more a sustainable growth in revenue, a sustainable growth in profitability because of what it's delivering to the buyers of these products. So for the demand for inferencing or generating AI, NVIDIA has increased tremendously. When you interact with the chatbot, which every application or service will integrate in the future, you are likely interacting directly with an NVIDIA GPU in the cloud. Generative AI will let us reinvent how we interact with computers, and demand for GPUs will be massive. And I agree with this statement because of what I highlighted earlier. The productivity enhancements that these provide businesses lead to that positive cycle where they invest in this generative AI, and the generative AI delivers improvement in business performance, which then creates a greater source of revenue and profit to invest in more developments in AI. And that will continue so long as it delivers a sufficient return on investment. So if a business spends $100 on artificial intelligence, and that $100 investment brings back $120 in value, whether it be through more revenue or cost improvement, the business will continue investing in more artificial intelligence as long as it delivers that value. It's hard to find areas where businesses can invest and generate that return on investment. So when they find an area like this, they will continue pushing in this area as long as it keeps bringing back that return on investment. And so far, what we've seen and what I've noticed from all of the companies that I'm following is these investments in AI are bringing back way more return on investment than these companies expect. So they'll continue investing in this category because of that big favorable return on investment these generate. NVIDIA's CUDA-rich software ecosystem and ubiquity attracts more developers, which creates more advances that drive more adoption. and yet another example of Nvidia's positive virtuous cycle feeding on itself, growth leading to growth, and benefiting from the network effects of increasing usage of Nvidia's systems. And this was on Nvidia's previous generation Hopper technology, right? Now, they built Blackwell, which is the most advanced GPU accelerated computing system ever built. The work of thousands of engineers that led to the Blackwell platform is the computer for generative AI era and the new industrial revolution. They just now started shipping out Blackwell, and companies like Amazon, Google, Meta, Microsoft, OpenAI, Tesla, and xAI have already purchased Blackwell, and they will have products based on this technology rolled out later this year. So it's just now going out into the system. NVIDIA has already achieved this much success on their previous generation Hopper technology. Now Blackwell is going into the market, and Blackwell promises massive improvements. Blackwell has 30 times faster inference capability, 4 times speedier training, and about 25 times less cost of ownership and energy consumption than its previous generation Hopper technology, and more than double the bandwidth and memory of H100. So if you were thinking that NVIDIA's growth was a one-off thing in 2024, in its fiscal year 2024, then I think you are mistaken. I think you're underestimating the innovation NVIDIA has delivered and continues to deliver. And that's one of the main reasons why I've liked NVIDIA stock, is not just this one-off event here where they've delivered an AI chip that's proving to be extremely effective, but they've done this for a couple of decades now. Their products have been innovative and best in class, mostly for gamers up until this point. NVIDIA had the best in class, the GPU, the graphic processing unit, that made games better for gamers. It made it more intensive in graphics computing, and so you can have more interaction, you can have better resolution, you can have a lower latency, which makes gaming that much more fun. And NVIDIA had been the leader in that category with its continuous innovation there. And then NVIDIA's GPUs were popularized because how it helped mining for cryptocurrencies. And NVIDIA was the best-in-class chip for that use case. And now you have artificial intelligence and training large language models and inferencing large language models, and NVIDIA's GPUs are the best-in-class for this category. So it's not just a one-time thing that NVIDIA has delivered. They've proven that they can innovate over several cycles for several products, for several end-use cases, and this is just yet another example. So you can start to see that this significant growth for NVIDIA is not just a one-year thing. I think NVIDIA will continue growing robustly for the next 5 to 10 years. Before I let you go, let me tell you about the greatest deal on YouTube. With just a click of a button, you can get free financial analysis from a professor with decades of investing experience. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon.